Welcome back to yet another episode of Cure Without Prescription with me, Vasudha. Yes, so today we are going to talk about constipation. Yes, constipation is a very common condition amongst people in general. And you know what? Let me share one very interesting fact about constipation, that it is like especially super common amongst Indian men, and it has got something to do with emotions, which I will deal with when I'll talk about the emotional therapy cure without prescription section towards the end of this video. Yeah, how to cure constipation using emotional therapy. But before we talk about that, let us talk about what is constipation. होता क्या है constipation? Yeah. So basically, constipation is when it becomes difficult for you to throw off the solid waste. Yeah. Our body system, the machinery is built in such a way that it is thrown out and it can easily be thrown out once in every 24 hours, right? हमारा जो gut system होता है उसके अंदर बहुत सारे digestive juices होते हैं, then there is cilia and all that. तो then there's that movement of our intestines which facilitate removing this solid waste from our body on an everyday basis. But when this mechanism begins to fail on an everyday I'm sorry, I think my throat is still itching. Yeah, so but when your body ceases to go in sync with that natural mechanism of throwing off waste on an everyday basis, तो वो everyday के बजाय, let's say it has begun to happen like once in 2 days, and when it begins to be like once in 3 days also, then I think the condition becomes like more serious, and it is then that it also needs the medical attention. Yeah, it's like a medical constipation, then it's not a condition anymore, right? And it is then that you must see a doctor, right? Now, like what could be the story of your everyday lifestyle that constipation, the condition of, even the general condition of constipation is telling you. Yeah, so it could be telling you, if you are so badly constipated, that maybe you have developed thyroid or maybe even sugar. So you must consult a doctor if the constipation is becoming serious, like a medical kind of condition, and get your tests done to rule out things like thyroid and sugar, right? But what else it is showing? What are the other stories that it is telling you? It is perhaps also telling you that you are eating at irregular intervals or at wrong times of the day, right? And not just the wrong food. That of course is the reason. Perhaps you are not consuming enough water, or there isn't enough fiber, which can be taken in the form of fruits and veggies in your everyday life. Fluid intake ठीक नहीं है, in the form of juices or soups, right? So all these, and sometimes ये जो constipation होता है ना, it can also be accompanied by stomach ache, right? तो अगर आप इन चीज़ों का ध्यान रख रहे हैं तो आपको वो stomach ache का feeling नहीं होगा, right? Because stomach ache का start होना is the beginning of a hint that you are going towards constipation. क्योंकि if you will not remove the waste from your stomach, from your intestines, so it will produce toxic gases in your body, which can even lead to headaches, right? And of course passing out, those flavored and unpleasant gases to the advantage of people around you. Yeah. But इन चीज़ों के अलावा, if your stomach ache begins to get accompanied by, let's say, loss of appetite, loss of blood, and even weight, yes, then also it is an indication of something which could be serious happening in your body, and something which demands a doctor's medical attention. Okay. And sometimes there can be blood or some pus cells also which get passed off while you pass your stools. Yeah, in the constipated condition also, and in not so constipated condition also, then also you must definitely consult a doctor. Yeah. And also, let's say you never had a problem like constipation all your life, so that's not how your body is constituted. There are different constitutions of body, like Vat, Pitta, and Kapha, right? So it is an indication that suddenly your body is acting contrary to its nature, right? So if that happens, especially after 50s, then also you must immediately contact a doctor, because they will be able to prescribe you the right medicines which can bring about immediate relief to you also, and bring the situation back into control. Right now, when it comes to constipation, before I move on to the emotional therapy section, I will just quickly talk about simple remedies, right? So that आपको constipation हो ही ना, right? So drink enough fluids in the, especially water. Yeah, 2 to 3 liters of water, right? And you can also increase your intake of fluids like soups and juices in your everyday diet, right? Then add fruits and salads as fiber. And contrary to this popular belief that, especially in our Indian culture, that rajma and chole can induce constipation. Yeah, थोड़ा गैस हो जाता है, अग्री ब्लोटिंग हो जाता है, but you know what, rajma and chole, chana, white chana, they're they're like high and very rich source of fiber. So having those will also improve, in fact alleviate your constipation. So, and yes, also badam, almonds, unpeeled ones, are also a very healthy and a rich source of fiber on an everyday basis. Including them in your everyday diet will definitely bring you some relief by doing natural stuff, right, to keep your towards the constipation wala tendency in check. Now, coming to cure without prescription section of this video, like, what are the emotions associated, right? वो क्या emotion है because of which you are feeling constipated? Yeah, so have you noticed, you all have, I am sure, so in the condition of constipation क्या होता है, we have to try hard to release something from our body. You like have to make an effort, but it is supposed to be a natural process, right, which is supposed to happen on an everyday basis, and God has designed this machinery in such a way that it should not be an effortful kind of an activity, right? But if you have to apply more than unusual amount of time and energy and thoughts about releasing those solid waste, the stool from your body, तो इसका मतलब there is something going on within you on an emotional level. Now, what can this be? Yeah. Basically, constipation shows that you are refusing, yes, refusing to release the old ideas, purana jeene ka ढंग. Yeah, so you see, even in the body, it is the old food ना. अगर 3 days से you haven't released it off your body, तो you are holding on to something which is no longer providing you nourishment. You are holding on to something which is on the verge of becoming toxic to your body, painful, hurtful to your body. So it is showing the similar thing in the emotional world, your emotional world, your emotions, that you are holding on to some emotions or something in your life. You are emotionally attached to maybe someone who has rather become hurtful and painful in your life. You are not letting that waste go off your body, right? So it shows that you're too stuck in the past, right? And there's one more interesting aspect to it. Constipation also shows that perhaps, just check it out for yourself. तो ये आप थोड़ा सा self talk करें, you will get to know. Are you a stingy person? And when I say stingy, I don't mean कि आप बिल्कुल खर्चा नहीं करते. So stingy in a sense that you feel insecure, right? That maybe I wouldn't have anything tomorrow, right? To be saving and to be stingy are two different things, right? So you are so insecure that you do not invest on yourself even when it is direly needed, right? तो again आप किसी एक ऐसी चीज को होल्ड ऑन करें जो आपको सर्व ही नहीं करती, राइट? तो फायदा क्या ना उस रिसोर्स का, इफ इट कैन नॉट बी इन्वेस्टेड बैक ऑन यू टू गिव बेटर रिटर्न्स. अगर आप समझदारी से इन्वेस्टमेंट की या बिजनेस की भी बात करें तो इजंट इट? या सो आर योर इमोशंस. सो बेसिकली इट इज योर रिफ्यूजल टू अपग्रेड योर सेल्फ इवन व्हेन the conditions, the situations are like yelling in your face कि भैया leave this and it's high time we move on to this, right? So it's like someone saying कि नहीं, मैं तो अभी भी टेलीफोन लाइन और वही वाला जो ऐसे राउंड राउंड नहीं जाते फोन टर टर करके, या डायल सिस्टम, I will still use that. I am not going to upgrade to the mobile phone, to the smartphone. Yeah, it's exactly something similar. And isn't it very difficult to survive in today's world without a smartphone? Yeah, so it's like that. It's like you're refusing to let go of something which is toxic, which is not useful. Not useful ke alawa, it's not just junk, it is toxic. So the stool which you haven't passed for so many days it can be extremely harmful. It can even be fatal, to be honest, right? In extreme conditions. So please, वो कुछ भी अगर है आपके अंदर तो आप अपने आप से बात कीजिए. Look within, figure out what is it that you are not letting go and is no longer useful to you. And if you are not ready to accept the changing reality, तो you will suffer. And I really, really feel for you, and I don't want anyone on this page to ever suffer. Yeah, so take care, and yeah, do work on your health, right? Because a healthy body means a healthy mind and healthy emotions. On that note, I will see you next week on Monday with another episode of Cure Without Prescription with me, Vasudha.